Hello class, welcome to 4.5a volume word problems involving volume of rectangular prisms. So the first question, a company makes wax candles shaped like rectangular prisms. Each candle is 4 centimeters long, 3 centimeters wide, and 10 centimeters tall. If the company used 4,080 centimeters cubed of wax, how many candles did they make? So remember that volume is in units cubed. So this right here is a volume. Here, these are the 4 centimeters, 3 centimeters, and 10 centimeters are the dimensions of the candle. First things first, if you have a rectangular prism, so here they're saying it's 4 centimeters long, then you got 3 centimeters wide, and then and then 10 centimeters tall. So the formula according to your EOC cheat sheet is for any prism is volume equals capital B times capital H, where B is the area of the base. And H is the height or depth of the prism. Okay, so in this case, it's basically the third dimension. So now when you're looking at a rectangular prism, you generally have the base, the area of the base is, if you think of the base as this bottom part, well then you have this base right here, which is a rectangle, right? Which is what I shaded below. And this is 4 centimeters by 3 centimeters. And normally this is little base, or this is length times width, right? Or base times height, right? So usually we call it base times height, but you can also call it length times width. And so then if I multiply these, that gives me the area of my base, right? So then my area of my base is little b, little h. So that's the capital B. Okay, so capital B is little b, little h, which is 4 times 3. And then my capital H here has to be 10. So notice that the formula for the rectangular prism is just multiplying the 3 dimensions, right? Length times width times height, or little base, little height times capital height. Okay, so this is officially my formula. We can use this. And so let's calculate the volume. So in this case, we got, well, they tell us that the volume is 4,080 centimeters cubed, right? And they give us the dimensions. So we have little base times little height, which is 4 times 3. And we have the capital height, which is here, which is h, which is 10, right? So keep in mind that this is the volume for one candle, right? And so what we need to do is, okay, this is the volume for multiple candles. And so what we need to do is we need to multiply by x, which is the number of candles. So in other words, we need to take this 4,080 and divide by this volume for one candle, and that gives us the number of candles that we can make. All right, so then in this case, we're just gonna divide by, well, let's figure out what this is first. So this is equal to 4 times 3 times 10, that's 12 times 10 is 120. So then now we just gotta take 4,080 divided by 120, and then that's gonna give us the number of candles, okay? All right, so 4,080 divided by 120. Okay, and then we'll figure out what that is. Let's do that. Let's do that over here. Okay, so it looks like 34 candles. So let's get rid of that. So we got 34 4 candles. That means if I take this volume, which is 120, and I repeat that 34 times, that's going to give me 4,000, a volume of 4,000 of 80. That's how much wax I would have used up if I made that many candles. Okay. All right, so we're going to use this formula for the next problems. Okay, let's go to the next one. Company makes wax candles in the shape of a rectangular prism. Each candle is 5 inches long, 4 inches wide, and 8 inches tall. Okay, and so we can just go straight to the formula since we know what the formula is, right? It's length times height times width, or length times width times height, or base times height times the capital height. And it says how much wax will they need? How much wax will they need? So that means they're looking for volume. And they want to make 320 candles. That's important as well. And they tell us each candle. Okay, so this volume formula that we're going to use is for 1 candle. All right, so let's apply it for 1 candle. So volume is base times height. So we got 5 inches times 4 inches times 8 inches. And so that gives us a volume of 20 times 8 is 160. So this is 160 centimeter or inches cubed. Okay, so the volume is for 160 inches cubed for 1 candle. And so how much wax will we need to make 320 candles? Well, then we're going to have to multiply the volume by 320, right? Since this is for 1 candle. So we're going to say 320 times the volume. It's just 320 times the 160 that we just got. Okay, and then let's figure out what that is. Okay, 51,200. Cubic inches of wax is going to be needed to make 320 candles. All right, let's look at the next one. A company rents storage sheds shaped like rectangular prisms. Each shed is 12 feet long and 8 feet wide and 10 feet tall. The rental cost is $3 per cubic foot. Okay, so this is important, $3 per cubic foot. How much does it cost to rent 1 shed? So we got the volume, which is given by this. And so each shed is 12 feet long. So we got 12 feet times 8 feet times 10 feet. And this is going to give us the number of cubic feet, right, that we have of space. So here we got 12 times 10, 120. So it's going to be 960 cubic feet. So feet cubed. All right, so now that we got 960 cubic feet of space, right, of storage space, then it says it's $3 per cubic foot, right? That means for every 1 cubic foot, I have to spend $3. So basically, I have to multiply this by 3, right? So this is going to be 3 times the volume is going to give me the cost, right? 3 times that. All right, so 3 times 960. So let me write down the units. It says it's $3 per cubic foot and we take that by and multiply that by the number of cubic feet. And then notice that these cancel and that gives me the cost in dollars, right? We just multiply that. Okay, so we get 3 times 960. We got $2,880. Okay, guys, hopefully that makes sense. Hope you found this useful, and as usual, I'll see you in the next one.